I just think, good example. Here's one of the things. This is probably the biggest thing that pissed me off about her, was she would say something and then turn around on it. She would back on it. Like, for example, she was on call or whatever this fucking hospital is over here.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
The one next to or?
Not this one.
Okay.
It's like an actual hospital. I can't remember. It's over there. It's over by Sly.
Yeah, it's
off of Laurel or something. I don't know. She's like an actual like hospital, right? So, anyways, she was like, "Hey, I'm on call. I was with my uncle and cousin, or my uncle and aunt and cousins all over there, just having dinner with them." And I was like, "Okay." Like, she was like, "But if I want to see you, so if you can get done with your dinner before 8 or 8:30." You can come over and hang out for a little bit. I said, okay, so like I have to be there. I would have to leave by 8 or 8:30. She was like, yes. I was like, okay, well, it's already 7. We haven't eaten yet, so I'm not sure if I'm able to make it. She was like, okay, for sure. No worries. Blah, blah, blah. Hour and a half goes by. She was like, do you still want to come over? And I was like, what? I was like, I thought I wasn't able to come over. It's like 9 o'clock, 9:15 at this point. She was like, don't put words in my mouth. I was like, you literally just fucking said that I couldn't come over past 8:30. And she got super like aggressive and kind of weird with me. And I was like, wait, okay, yeah. I the way I reacted was, oh, for sure. Well, yeah. I mean, if I'm done here in the next 10 minutes, then I'll come on by. In my head, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what was that? Like, why would, like, don't put words in my mouth? I'm not putting words in your mouth. You said it, like, an hour prior to us having this conversation. 2 hours prior. Like, I have the text. It's right fucking here. So I was like, oh, that's really weird. So that was very odd. But there was a lot of other situations very similar to that where she would say one thing and then it wouldn't add up. So I don't know if she was lying or if she was just trying to... I don't know. I don't know.
Just like overworked and delusional.
Maybe. I wouldn't say that much, but she's really pretty. She was dating me, so maybe she was a little delusional. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so how did you guys even become boyfriend girlfriends? Like, how did that even like establish? Because like it sounds like she's so fucking busy, and like you're kind of just like on the back burner for when she has free time. Well, like you can't stay the night. Like, like how did that relationship even go to the point of being boyfriend girlfriend?
Well, I mean, I asked her to be my girlfriend. That's
so you wanted it official.
Yeah, because it was going really well. Like it felt new. It felt fresh. It felt like there was real potential there. And then like within the last like week and a half, it went crazy and I broke with her 2 days ago. So I was like, what the fuck? What happened? What changed? Like what went wrong? What did I do wrong? And like it was causing me so much anxiety to the point where like I couldn't work out. I couldn't like eat on time. I wasn't hungry. I didn't want to do anything. I was kind of just like down and out about it because I was so anxious about hanging out with her because I felt like I was walking around on eggshells. I felt like if I said something, another weird thing is like when she would like get up or when I would like, she was like, could you like go do this? Can you go do that? And I was like, okay, where is it? I'll get up from the couch. I was like, okay, turn off this light or whatever. And she'd go, ch-ch-ch-ch-ch. Instead of like saying me like, oh, babe, like right there, like that light right there, she would go ch-ch-ch-ch, like a fucking dog, dude. And I was like, excuse you. It happened like 3 times, and after the second time, I was like, hey, don't do that. And then she was like, well, it's what I do, like defending it. And I was like, I appreciate it if you didn't chirp at me like a fucking dog, like your pet. And she was like, okay. And then she did it again, and I was like, all right. I got pissed. I was like, hey, dude, no more, no mas. No mas way, like, stop.
Dude, this is why I wanted to bring this shit up. I think relationships are, like, borderline one of the most, like, interesting things. Because it's, like, 2 people that allegedly like each other, but you guys are, like, dealing with each other's fucking, like, personal personalities and, like, the interaction between that and then, like, you sprinkle a little bit of love and then like a little bit of sex on top of it, and it just like makes I'm like enjoying these stories. Like I'm like laughing and like, oh, like this is like like, this is fun, bro. I fucking live for this type of shit. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy because this,
Yeah.
like, this wouldn't happen with you and like another friend that you don't have sexual ties with.
Yeah, no
You know what I
intimacy, right? Yeah, I mean,
Like, I'm like picturing
it's a
this
different
girl
time.
like go.
Yeah,
Like, that
she
shit's
was, it was
funny.
like.
That shit's
I was
so
like,
fucking
"Alright,
funny."
dude, you gotta fucking stop. But it was just, yeah. I mean, that whole relationship was just odd. I mean, she still hung out with her ex-boyfriend, and
Okay, that's sus.
I don't really, in fact, that was probably one of the least most bothering things that bothered me. I was just like, you know what? It's, to me, I trust you. Until you give me a reason not to trust you, I trust you. Because if I don't trust you, then we don't have a relationship. So you go do what you want. You go hang out with whoever you want. If I catch you doing something stupid, which I hope you wouldn't, then I don't trust you. We can't work it out. So I always give people the benefit of the doubt, which I probably shouldn't, but I should. I'm at the same time, if you want to have a successful relationship off the rip, then you kind of have to trust that person. But at the same time, I feel like out of respect for your significant other, then you shouldn't see your ex. You know what I mean? So that's a whole different topic to dive into.
And that's the thing. Like, normally I'm like, oh, like, they want to hang out with their ex. Like, yeah, fucking, like, that's completely fine. The only reason I say, how a second ago I was like, oh, that's sus. The personality type you're describing, it sounds very like type A personality type, like focused, working multiple jobs, like very scheduled. Probably doesn't smoke weed.
Does smoke weed.
Does smoke weed.
She does smoke.
Probably isn't partying frequently and like going out to big events and like taking like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
the thing is, it's funny that you say that, Laser, because it's clicking in my brain that it's like, was she really that busy? Because she was doing that shit. Like, she was going out and having fun. She would say that she's going to go out and do something that she never did. So, like, she would, I don't know if she was just trying, have you ever heard the term pick me? Like, pick me boy or pick me girl?
No.
Okay, let's Wiktionary this real quick. So, in a way, it kind of reminds me of her a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with this. Maybe not so much. It's more of like a, I don't know. It's like she would just say things, like she would make plans, like when I broke up with her, like she made this comment. So she said, hey, so she wanted to talk in person because I was having a hard time. She's like, can we talk about this? And I was like, sure. I was like, but I don't really want to drive. I'm a little emotional. I don't want to drive. It's kind of late already. And she was like, okay, well, I want to take care of this tonight. And I was like, why can't we wait until tomorrow? Whatever. We could just wait until tomorrow because it's on my mind. This is important to me. Okay, well, then are you going to come here? She's like, yeah, sure. Okay, for sure. I'll come over. Long story short, she ended up coming over. She ended up playing Warzone with her sister. So I was like, what the fuck? All right. And then I said, okay, well, what time can I come over? Because initially she had said that she had plans all day the next day. She's like, you can't come, like, we can't do it tomorrow because I have plans all day. Well, I was like, okay. That's fine. But as soon as it got into her plate, like as soon as it was like, okay, well, she is not coming over because it's too late. It was, my plans end at 9:30 a.m. She said she had plans all day. So I was like, okay, so I can come over after 9:30 a.m. at any point. She was like, yeah. I was like, what? So you told me you had plans all day and you couldn't see me. So she would lie, I feel like, to make the situation in her favor. Or if she wanted something, if it didn't go her way, then it was her way or the highway. And when she didn't get her way, she would get extremely frustrated, she would shut down. So I was like, okay, well, you can't have that in a relationship. In a relationship, it has to be 50-50. Like, if I don't want to do something and you don't want to do something, or if you want to do something and I don't want to do something, if it's really important to you, I'll come. For example, I had a friend that was in town that was going downtown that I haven't seen in 3 years. He's one of my best friends for fucking 5. And I was like, it would mean a lot to me if we went out. She's like, I'm tired. I had a long day at work. I really don't want to go. I was like, please, just for like 30 minutes to an hour. We won't stay long at all. We just go out, have a good time. You meet one of my really good friends. And she was like, no. And I was like, what the fuck? All right. Like, I'm going by myself then. And she was like, I thought we were just going to hang out here. And I was like, well, we initially had plans to go out downtown, and then I didn't hear from him, so I didn't know. So I was coming over to come hang out with you, but now he's downtown, so our initial plans are still on. So why don't we just go downtown for like 30 minutes? And I was like, it's really important to me for you to come. Because in a 50-50 relationship, like, if, say, like, you needed something done from me, right, and I really didn't want to do it, would I do it for you? Yeah. I would do it. Because if it meant something to you, I would do it, you know? If it was, you know, a social situation, or I don't know how to explain this. Really, like, right down to the nose. But I feel like that was another thing that was just like, okay, well, you won't do this for me, but I have to do this for you, otherwise you're pissed. You know? So there's so many situations. Specific situations are hard to gather. You good?
Yeah, just burping. Yeah, that sounds crazy.
A little bit.
That sounds actually crazy. Know what I hope that happened or was happening was, like, you were like one of like 4 to 6 guys she was talking to, and just like squeezing you guys in her schedule. Like, oh, this person bailed out for the Wednesday session, or like I'm gonna hit up Shane, and like, you know, like I'm actually free past 9:30.
That's sick.
And like she was like the Tuesday session would like stay the night, so Shane couldn't come over until after 9:30 a.m. once the other dude bailed out. You know,
you would hope that you were hoping that I was getting cheated on.
I think it would make it would make for
it would be a funny story to tell.
It'd make for a funny story to tell, and B, dude, it doesn't even sound